Good evening, everybody. Hi, this is Stephen, and I want to welcome you to my channel, Awakening Higher Consciousness. It's a beautiful Wednesday evening here in Toledo, and I'm glad to be here with you and to be of service to you as well. And this evening, I'd like to share a couple of thoughts or points on what I like to term or call the blessing of thought and thinking. And the first point rather, comes from the book As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It says this: Man is a growth by law, and man, or humanity, can only thus become by discovering within themselves the laws of thinking, or the laws of thought in this case. The next point I like to share with you comes from the book called The Eighth Habit by the late Dr. Stephen Covey. And just a real brief shout out, because the late Dr. Stephen Covey is certainly my personal hero. His book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, was one of the first books that I began to read and learn and implement in my life that changed things in my own life. So again, this next point comes from the book The Eighth Habit by the late Dr. Stephen Covey. He says, our capacity to act on our thoughts and feelings and to make things happen is unmatched by any other species in the world. I'm going to read that particular thought again, or point again. Our capacity to act on our thoughts and feelings and to make things happen is unmatched by any other species in the world. In other words, there's nobody like you. All right. The next thought here is coming from a book called Breaking the Spell by Dr. Kingsley Dennis. And it reads like this: we have the power to change within ourselves. We have only to think, perceive, and realize that this is true for it to become our truth. Okay, now let me read that again, okay? All right. We have the power to change within ourselves. We have only to think, perceive, and realize that this is true for it to become true or to become our truth. See, it's up to us to receive what is brought into our awareness. And once it is brought into our awareness, then we have a responsibility to ourselves. I believe the book is called The Essential Drucker by the late Peter Drucker. He makes a statement in that book saying, quote, that we grow to the demand that we place on ourselves. So we have a responsibility to ourselves. Once a particular thought is brought into our awareness, now we need to do something with it, actually, okay? And the last point, another favorite book of mine is The Thinker's Way by Dr. John Chaffee. He makes this statement saying, quote, the key to your journey will be learning to make the fullest use of the extraordinary power of your thinking process. Now let's go over that again. Wow. Okay. The key to your journey will be learning to make the fullest use of the extraordinary power of your thinking process. Then he goes further and says, when we expand our thinking, we expand who we are as human beings. That is, the perspective from which we view the world and the concepts and values we use to guide our choices. What a blessing. The blessing of thought and thinking. This gift that we've been given. The gift of mind and speech, and in this case, the gift of mind, of thought and thinking is ours. And we can use it to the fullest and to the highest so that we can continue to evolve and be more and be better and become the expressions of the divine while we are in this earth experience. Be blessed, be whole, be safe. Blessings. Namaste.